Now, why would we want to fight Hezbollah in Venezuela?
Well, you got to have a war.
That's right.
And the war is about who? All right. You've got. Remember, it happened just by coincidence. Somebody I know just happened a week or two ago to be talking to a Venezuelan man.
Oh, I remember.
Who was Jewish Latino.
Yes.
All right, there's a lot of Jews in South America who they've been there for hundreds of years. They came over with the Spaniards.
Right.
Okay?
Ecuador is an example of that
yes,
too, right?
All right. So they came over with the Spaniards. Okay. When the Jews were evicted out of Spain, they hopped on the boats and came to South America and
Argentina has
yeah.
a big
All right.
yeah.
So the Jewish families have been there for hundreds of years. So this man is Jewish Latino, and he was telling my friend, and this all by coincidence, and my friend has relayed this to me and said, "I got to tell you this conversation I had today out of the blue," and he said the man said he's very concerned about Venezuela because he said, "I'm both Latino and Jewish," and my friend said, "Well, I don't understand what the conflict is." He says, "Well, I'm very concerned about my country and my Latino brothers and sisters, but I'm also concerned about my Jewish brothers and sisters." And my friend said, I don't understand the connection. And he said, I just received a text from my uncle in Venezuela, who is a retired general. And then he showed his phone to my friend, and my friend read the text in Spanish. And the text from the uncle, who was a general, was telling this young man a plane full of 300 Mossad agents just left Israel on their way to Venezuela.
Oh my
There's
goodness.
going to be a slaughter. Okay? There's going to be a slaughter. So do we have 300 Mossad agents in Venezuela right now?
Well,
Because Russia allegedly sent 400 Spetsnaz.
Yes.
and remember, is there a conflict coming? Remember John Bolton here just a couple weeks ago. Remember the yellow legal pad that he was holding?
Oh, yeah.
What did it say on that?
5,000 troops to
5,000
Colombia.
troops
To Colombia. To Colombia. For what reason?
to invade Venezuela.
That's right. And there was something that President Bush said in the Rose Garden announcement about the wall the other day that really struck me.
You mean President Trump?
I'm assuming President Trump said at the Rose Garden last week regarding the wall. There was a remark he made. He said, for the first 2 years, it took me a while to figure out what was going on. But now we're moving forward with our plan, and we've got everything on track. And that, it struck me when he said it at the time, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, everything up to this point, up to the funeral, the George H.W. Bush funeral, that was them ramping up. There's a takeover, isn't there?
Yes, there's a takeover.
They've got the military operation. They've got the political operation.
Yes.
This
The
is
Zionist regime.
All roads lead to
Zionists, the Zionists are moving at rapid speed right now to globalize Zionism.
Well, they say they're going to be the belt of the internet, this internet. They're going to be the security of it. I think they're positioning themselves in every, you could call it zone, where this internets will become more regionalized.
Well, there's something else about Venezuela too, and Rick would realize this as well. It's not only is it of course, oil rich. That's a big thing. Well, what else is unique about it, Rick? Where it's located. All the undersea cables go around the northern shore there, coming up along South America and right there north of Venezuela, along Bonaire, Curacao, those islands in there. There is that hub that the Caribbean is like a giant router there, right off the shores of Venezuela.
That's true.
Between Venezuela and the ABC Islands. And so that in itself, even if you weren't interested in the oil,
Right.
having access to that hub, that router,
The cyber oil.
yes, cyber oil, right there in the Caribbean, that alone gives you power going out for another 50 years.
Rick, to